Hey everyone, welcome back to Tap Tech. Today we've got something truly next level to talk about. If you're in the market for the ultimate tablet experience and you want top-tier performance, you're going to want to stick around. Because the new iPad Pro M5, yes, the latest from Apple, is making waves, and we're going to dive into every detail, the specs, the features, the real-world value, and whether it's worth upgrading. So let's get into it. Picture this. You open your new iPad Pro. It's sleek, ultra-thin, polished. The display just pops. And inside? A beast of a chip. The new iPad Pro ships with the Apple M5 chip, the latest Apple silicon designed to push performance, especially for on-device AI, creative workflows, and professional-level tasks. In Apple's own words, this is our most advanced and versatile iPad experience yet. Let's break down what makes the M5 special and why it matters. First up, AI and graphics. The M5 features a 10-core GPU architecture where each core has a neural accelerator built in. That means AI workloads like image generation, video processing, real-time effects all get a massive boost. Apple claims up to 3.5 times faster AI performance compared to the previous generation, M4. Add to that a third-generation ray tracing engine and you're looking at up to 1.5 times faster 3D rendering compared with last year, and an eye-popping 6.7 times faster compared to the older M1 generation in certain workflows. If you're a creator, a designer, someone who uses their tablet for more than just streaming and email, this is a big deal. Think complex vector work in apps like Illustrator, or editing 4K per 6K video, or running generative AI models on device without constantly offloading to the cloud. The memory bandwidth has been bumped up to over 150 gigabytes per second of unified memory bandwidth according to Apple, which means more fluid multitasking, bigger files handled smoothly. The display and design also impress. The two size options remain, 11-inch and 13-inch. The body stays ultra-thin, about 5.3 mm for the 11-inch and 5.1 mm for the 13, and light for a tablet with this level of power. The display is the Ultra Retina XDR with tandem OLED technology, delivers high brightness, incredible contrast, smooth promotion refresh rate, vivid color, and if you're working on visual content it's basically best in class. In terms of connectivity and cutting-edge tech, we've got Wi-Fi 7 support, Bluetooth 6, the new Apple design in one wireless chip and the C1X modem on cellular models, boosting data speeds and efficiency. Apple says cellular data performance is up to 50% faster compared to the previous model. For pro users who work on the go, this kind of connectivity matters. Let's talk storage and memory. For the 256 GB and 512 GB models, Apple has bumped the unified memory to 12 GB, up from 8 GB in the previous gen, to keep up with heavier workloads. The 1 TB and 2 TB models still offer 16 GB of unified memory. Storage options remain 256 GB, 512 GB, 1 TB and 2 TB. So plenty of room for large media libraries, creative assets, and big projects. Now, here's a subtle but important point. Despite all these internal upgrades, the exterior design hasn't changed much. It's almost identical in aesthetic to the previous generation. So if you're hoping for a radical redesign, that's not major this year. The strategy is clearly, we deliver major performance upgrades under the hood, keep the form factor familiar and refined. Next, battery and charging. On the 11-inch model you're looking at a 31.29 Wh battery, and on the 13-inch about 38.99 Wh. Apple claims up to about 10 hours of web browsing or video playback on Wi-Fi. And there's fast charge support, with the right adapter, for example Apple's 40W dynamic power adapter or any USB-C adapter of 60W+, you can get to 50% charge in 30 minutes. So for many users, the battery life will be very solid, and the fast charging makes it more convenient. Let's throw in the software side too. it ships with iPadOS 26, which brings a refreshed interface, new multitasking features, and tight integration with the on-device AI engine. Features like smarter Siri, generative editing tools, image playground features, all add value beyond just hardware. It's not just faster, it's smarter. So, given all this, the big question, should you upgrade? Here's how I see it. If you currently have an older iPad, say an iPad Pro with M1 or even M2/A series, and you're a content creator, musician, video edit, or 3D modeler, or someone who pushes the tablet to its limits, then yes, the jump to the iPad Pro M5 makes a lot of sense. You'll feel the difference in speed, responsiveness, multitasking, display clarity, and future-proofing your investment. If, however, you already own the previous gen iPad Pro, M4, and you use it mainly for streaming, browsing, social media, light productivity, then the benefit might be less dramatic. The design remains the same. The camera system hasn't changed much, 12MP front and back, same as before, according to specs. So for everyday tasks, the upgrade may not feel transformative unless those extra performance gains matter to you. Another thing, price. The entry point remains the same as before, $999 for the 11-inch Wi-Fi model, $1,299 for the 13-inch Wi-Fi. For premium countries, US, UK, Canada, etc., those are familiar starting points. But once you add higher storage, cellular, accessories, Magic Keyboard, Apple Pencil Pro, costs go up quickly. So I'd recommend calculating overall total cost including accessories if you plan to use it as a laptop replacement. Let me drop a few unknowns or caveats too, things to watch. The external design being so similar means if you value novelty and form factor, you may feel a bit meh. Cameras didn't receive major upgrades, so if you expected camera revolution, that's not present. Also, if your workflow is already handled smoothly by your current device without bottlenecks, the real-world difference might be subtle. Now, for our premium audience summary, if you're living in the US, UK, Germany, Canada, Australia, UAE, you're used to top-tier devices, you do heavy creative or productivity work, you want future-proofing and cutting-edge connectivity, Wi-Fi 7, strong on-device AI, this device aligns with that. It delivers in a way that matches premium user expectations. On the other hand, if your use is more mainstream, consumption, light editing, note-taking, you might wait until a future refresh with exterior redesign or bigger camera/per pixel leaps. As always for our Tap Tech viewers, I'll leave you with two key questions to decide. 1. Do you need the extra performance today, or will you benefit more from the upgrade later? 2. Are you willing to invest the full value, device plus accessories plus storage, to unlock the full capability? If yes, go for it. If no, maybe hold until the next generation. Alright, that wraps up the deep dive into the iPad Pro M5. If you enjoyed this breakdown and you're excited about the new iPad era, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss our upcoming accessory reviews and performance tests. Let me know in the comments, what would you use this device for? Video editing? 3D design? Gaming? Let me know. Thanks for hanging with me on this one. This has been Tap Tech, taking you inside the tech that shapes our lives. Until next time, stay curious, stay tech savvy, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!